Idleness creates a greater opportunity for the devil to work his schemes. Proverbs 16:27, the Living says, idle hands or idle mind are the devil's workshop. Idle lips are his mouthpiece. Did you see that? Idleness. If you're not doing anything for God, you're a perfect candidate to do something for the devil. So you got to see that it's the devil's workshop. So when a person is not using their hands and their minds for God's purposes, and when they're not speaking words that minister grace to the hearers, their lips begin to speak things that divide and are contrary to God's purposes and God's wishes for man in life. So if you keep reading, the verse following Proverbs 16:27 is verse 28. And it says, a troublemaker plants seeds of strife. Gossip separates the best of friends. Now, this is linked to being idle. An idle person is a troublemaker who's used by the devil to separate people, separate chief or best of friends. Have you ever seen that in your life? Has anybody ever lost a best friend through gossip or through rumor or through a vicious commentary by somebody, something somebody said about you or you said about them? Have you ever lost a buddy, a companion, a friend? It's on. We go through those changes. How many of y'all have some people that you used to be tight with? Come on, y'all. Come on, help me. You used to be close to. Something happened. Something you can't put your finger on, something you don't fully understand. But an idle mind sits around putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5 every time. Has anybody ever known people who are just idle, just busybodies? You notice people, you ever had any neighbors who spend a half of their life looking through the blinds? You ever notice nosy people are always trying to figure out what's going on, who that is, and who came over to your house, and who been coming by? That's that blue car. You know, people come over there, and people in that blue car right there, I heard they got money right there. You ever have people who don't have their own business. They got to get involved in other folk business. They can't take care of their own house, and all the time in somebody else's house. The Williams brother put it like this: sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. You know, there's some things that we got to take care of ourselves, but there are people who are just idle, and they become the devil's workshop, where the devil schemes and plans and seeks to divide and conquer. So you got to see that, because when there is no harmony, when there is no unity, no single purpose amongst the people of God, they lose their fire and they become easy targets for the enemy. He uses what is known as that cutout principle. The cutout principle. That's what lions use. They don't go after the bull elephant. They go after the baby elephant. They go after the crippled elephant. Y'all not here for me. He seeks the wounded, or the one who is out of order, or the one who is out of line. You know, you can offend somebody even in a service and say something to them. They don't hear nothing else you say for the rest of the service because of offense. So he looks for somebody who's not connected to the moment, somebody who's not connected even in a ministry to the leader. Because in the cutout principles in the jungle, it's the one who's lagging, who is wayward, who is rebellious, who is different, who is wayward. That's the one that the enemy or the lion looks to devour. So the enemy's attack has always been divide and conquer. If you can get you away from the flock, then you are easy picking. I need about 10 people to, if you can get you away, get you wounded, get you hurt, then you're easy pickings. So the goal of the enemy is also divorce. Matter of fact, it's always been to divorce. That's why there's so much of it in the land, both natural and spiritual. It is the spirit of the age. 2 Timothy 3:1 is on the screen. New International Version says, but mark this: there will be terrible times in the last days. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy. Verse 3, they'll be without love, unforgiving, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, and not lovers of the good. This is a sign of the last days. And trust me, the operative word here, the word I was looking for, is that word unforgiving. It's translated in the King James truce breakers, covenant breakers. The word is originally implacable. People that don't care anymore, don't care about you anymore, looking for a way out of a relationship where they don't have to look so bad leaving. It's like a married couple going to counseling when they already know they ain't gonna stay together. It's that brother wanting to be able to say to the judge, I went to counseling, but they didn't go to try to keep the marriage together. I'm preaching, looking for a way out, implacable, it's unexplainable, they say. They say, ain't nobody's fault. We just can't live together anymore. I just can't do this no more. Do what? I just can't do this no more. Do what? Can't do this no more. So what's the grounds for your divorce? Irreconcilable differences. What are the differences? Well, we're just different. You were different when you got married. You publicly made an oath and a commitment to each other that for better or worse, sickness and health, rich or poor, as long as you both shall live, you knew what you were doing when you got into it. It's the same person. It's the same individual that you said yes to. But when it's time to go, you want to go and you want to go and not look so bad. So it's just simply irreconcilable differences. I just can't do this anymore.